there were these two girls in Russia. They're both 12. And one of the ex-husband of one of the girls' mothers refused to pay for childcare because he claimed that his daughter didn't look anything like him.
Yeah.
So they did a paternity test, and it showed up that he wasn't the father. But then his mother, remembered that there was another baby being delivered. And I guess in Russia, wherever they are, it said like in the eastern Russian mountains, something, that she remembered that there was another baby girl being born at the same time. And the hospital ended up switching their name tags, and they switched them at birth. And for the past 12 years, they've been living right down the street from each other. And they're...
So at first, did the guy think that his wife just cheated on him?
I don't know, maybe, probably.
I mean, if the baby doesn't look anything like you.
Yeah, but I don't know when that was. But the crazy thing is they're staying with who they have grown up with. But the two girls are best friends. And their families are like just going to be good friends, I guess.
What would you do if you were 12 years old and you grew up with two parents, would you say in this case? You had a mom and a dad, and they raised you for 12 years. And then one day, whoever it is comes to you and says, you know what, these actually aren't your real parents. We made a mistake, and these are your real parents. What would you choose?
I would probably, to be honest, I mean, your parents are like who raises you. I mean, even like with adoption, I know that people have like their birth parents, and it's good to know who you really came from for like health reasons, and just to know for like that closure feeling who, like, where you came from.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that if you're raised by somebody, you grow attachment to them, and
There's a much stronger bond.
Exactly. Like if someone said that to me, like, oh, these people that have been with you your whole life aren't your real parents. These are your real parents. Those people are strangers. You've never met them before.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, you might be part of them, but like you don't have that emotional attachment. But I still think I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to have a relationship with them.
Yeah, it wasn't their fault.
Yeah, no, but that's what they're doing. They're kind of intertwining their families and just like...
You know, they can be a part of your life still, but,
Yeah.
you know, we raise you, we're the parents. All right, so on the other side of the coin, what would you do if you raised a child as a mother for 12 years, and then they said, actually, this child isn't yours, this child is yours?
That would be a different story,
Yeah.
probably. Just because you're like... I feel like one of the reasons why I want to get married and have kids when I'm older is because, like, you know, you want to have that little person who's, like, part of you, you know what I mean? And that sucks if someone else got to raise them. Then it's just, like, they kind of look like you, but they were raised by wolves, you know?
So if you were the parent of this child, what would you want to happen?
In this situation,
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're doing the best that they can. I mean, I don't know.
Would you rather keep the child that you raised or your birth child?
I would probably want to keep the child that I raised.
It's weird to pick someone else over your birth child, but...
But I mean, you know, that's hard. You probably still love that other child just as much, and, you know, like, could be like, I mean, it is your child, but it's like you have attachment to this other little person.
Yeah, just can't forget about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's hard to say. I would leave it up to the kids.
How about Russian hospitals stop making mistakes? I don't know. It happened in Oregon too. That was on the video also, but it was like
This should
in
not be a
1953.
common occurrence.
Yeah, and they like grew up down the road from each other, and
I used to work with someone, and he had a child when I was working with him. Not he did, but his wife did. And he said that as soon as it comes out, he has a black Sharpie, and he's going to paint one of the fingernails black. I'm like, that's kind of crazy, but that's actually a good idea.
yeah, it is. It really is.
So I think I might do that now whenever I have a child.